hello and the warmest of welcomes to our continuing coverage of the 2025 German Open, coming to you from the Western Energy Sports Hall in Mulheim an der Ruhr, city on the river here in Western Germany, and it's finals day. And we have a cracking atmosphere inside the arena, and we've got some massive names lined up for you in these 5 finals this afternoon. You'll see them all and the presentations that follow. Well, here's our lineup, kicking off with the mixed doubles. Tabeling and Bøje against Kusharjanto and Widjaja. It looks fiendishly hard to call. Then it's the women's singles. Sudirman and Nguyen both looking for a first Super 300 title. A big afternoon for those two. The men's singles final looks an absolute blockbuster. 2 former world champions clashing head-on. A 13th meeting between Victor Axelsen and Lo Yu. The Dane has won 10 of the previous 12. Women's doubles to follow. The top-seeded Stoiber sisters start big favourites against surprise finalists Ataki and Takahashi, the Japanese outside the world's top 60. And we finish with the men's doubles. Korea's Kim and Seo going for a 3rd trophy this year, the Popovs in their first final at this level. The mascots are in, the crowd's in, the music's blaring, and we'll have the officials on court very shortly to be followed by the players. Actually, the 66th edition of this event, which has a terrific history. Well, there is the mixed doubles draw. You can see just 2 seeds made it through to the quarterfinals, and both finalists are unseeded. It looks like it's going to be a close one, this opening match. And that's just how we like it, hard to predict. Unusually, one of the pairs features players from different nations. It's a Dutch-Danish combination. Robin Tabeling and Alexandra Bøje, and there they are. Used to seeing both with other partners. Would suspect they might have the majority of crowd support, but we'll find out in a minute because their Indonesian opponents are about to be introduced. And again, these two predominantly known for playing with other partners. No strangers to winning trophies, either of them. First meeting between these two pairs, as you can see, not really surprising. Can seat about 3,000 this arena, built 2 decades ago, and pretty much full for the most part. Right, let's give you some more information then on this quartet, starting with Tabeling and Bøje. There's Robin Tabeling from the Netherlands, 30 years of age. Now, don't worry about that 81 ranking. He's been in the top 10 with Selina Peek. He's a double Olympian. In fact, he and Peek won the European Games a couple of years ago. And they also got to the final of the French Open, which is a very prestigious tournament. And he's paired today with Alexandra Bøje of Denmark. 5 years his junior. Normally, of course, plays with Mathias Christiansen until the latter's suspension. Got to number 8 in the world with Christiansen. And they had a number of wins, including a Super 750. That was the Singapore Open. Had a couple of battles, including yesterday in the semis against Espersen and Kudsk of Denmark. Hour and 6 minutes it took to get past those two, but they are here in the showpiece match. And they're taking on the Indonesians, Kusharjanto and Widjaja. There's Rayan Kusharjanto. 406 ranking, forget all about that. It's been in the top 10 with Lisa Kusuma Wadana. Big badminton history in the family. Dad was an Olympic silver medalist in 2000. Mum was an Asian champion. Won the Hilo Open with Lisa a few years ago. Now playing with Gloria Widjaja, 31 years of age. Amazing to think, actually, she was the world junior champion in mixed doubles 14 years ago. But a top 10 player with two partners, Hafiz Faizan and then Dejan Ferdinandsia. The last of her Super 300 titles since the Syed Modi a couple of years ago. They've needed 3 games in the last 2 rounds. You may have seen their semi-final if you were watching our coverage yesterday. Derek Cray of Ireland taking charge of this final. And there's Su Qiaofeng from China, who will be the service judge.
Tabeling und Alexandra Bøje. Es ist angerichtet für das erste Finale am Finalsonntag der YONEX. Der Laufvorbereitung abgeschlossen. Der Schiedsrichter hat das Wort.
Indonesian fans are in. Stand by then for the player introductions from our chair umpire.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Robin Tabeling, Netherlands, and Alexandra Bøje, Denmark. And on my left, Rayan Kusharjanto and Gloria Emanuel Widjaja, Indonesia. Alexandra Bøje to serve, to Rayan Kusharjanto. Love all, play.
So first shuttle hitting anger on finals day.
1 love.
And as I said in the introduction, I think this is a really hard match to call, not just because they've never met, but because they've all appeared in finals with some distinction, but with other partners. Both had a bit of a struggle yesterday in their respective semis, but got over the line in the end. Short from Bøje.
It's over. 1, 2.
Been a bit of a nervy start from the Indonesians.
3-1.
Certainly settle Tabeling and Alexandra Bøje down when they get a flurry of unforced errors from the other side of the net. It's going to go wide. There's a little bit of drift in the hole, not a great deal.
4-1.
Kusharjanto and Widjaja played on this court yesterday. Tabeling and Bøje didn't. They were on court 2. There's semi. Nice flicker that from Tabeling.
Service over. 2-4.
Well, it was a clear call from Tabeling. He had a lot of time to think about it, and too much on it for Widjaja to deal with. Just glanced at his partner, didn't he? You may see that a little bit with pairings that are fairly new. And playing together for a few years, it's almost telepathic at times. Wad off the middle of the racket, but they all count.
Service over. 3-5.
Yeah, she wasn't quite sure whether she should play that or not, Alexandra Bøje. In the end, it was a bit of a token gesture, waved the racket at it, clipped the frame. Well, after a scruffy opening, the Indonesians in the groove now. On 5 of the last 6 points, Kusharjanto and Widjaja.
Fault. Service over. 6-7.
Well intercepted. Kept her concentration admirably there. Yeah, you can see the anticipation. Cross to her right, Alexandra Bøje to make that kill and tie up this opening game again at 7 apiece. Well, that was well in. Not even close, really, to the line.
7. Service over. 8-all.
I did see an awful lot of net calls yesterday. Maybe my imagination, but seemed a lot more than normal. Just to note also, we have Hawkeye in operation today, so both pairs have 2 challenges per game, and if they are correct with the challenge, then they keep it. Hawkeye also very busy yesterday. Calming presence at the back of the court, isn't he, Robin Tabeling? Nothing flashy, he just does the basics and does them very well. Love to get into this mid-game break with a 3-point advantage. And that is exactly what they'll do. It's only taken 7 minutes, a lot of very, very quick rallies, and it's the Dutch-Danish pairing with the edge early.
Seconds. 20 seconds. Play.
Tabeling again, raw power, and from mid-court that was never coming back.
8.
He's got the taste for it now, isn't he?
13.
Another
8.
superb winner from the Dutchman.
Service over. 9-13.
Stoic defence while it lasted, but Kusharjanto and Widjaja can't stem the tide at the moment.
9. Service over. 10-14.
Oh, well done.
11-14.
got to try and find a way to combat Tabeling, particularly at the front of the court. Maybe try and use the flat game a little bit more.
Service over. 15-11. Oh. 16-11.
A consoling pat on the shoulder from Kusharjanto. They are second best at the moment, no question. Confidence flowing now for Alexandra Bøje. Combination of her at the front, Tabeling at the back, proving pretty potent right now.
Service over. 12-17.
Commentator curse, but they should have enough in hand from this position, you would think, to secure the opener. Got that all wrong. That was way long.
Service over. 18-13.
And the position they're in, can't afford those kind of errors. Look how far that was behind the back line. Yeah, just a sign of a little bit of indecision there.
19.
I think Bøje was expecting Tabeling to pick that up. He thought she was going to cut it off at the net. Either way, they've got plenty of points in hand here. Just 2 more required to take this first game. Oh, great play from Tabeling. And again, she thought Tabeling was on her side of the court. He was on the other side. Chemistry takes a while as a badminton pair. Win the next couple of points, those two will get interesting again. There's one of them.
16-19.
So 4 game points then for Tabeling and Bøje.
20, game point, 16.
Doing a lot of the work at the back of the court, Tabeling in that rally.
Service over. 17-20.
Oh, what a time. What a time for that to happen. Serve from too high. And that was at game point. So 21-17 it is. Tabeling and Bøje in front here, but what an unfortunate way to lose that opening game.
Second game, the ball, play.
Just get the feeling that the Indonesians need to change the game plan a little bit here. Otherwise, this final might not take too long to complete. Oh, didn't expect him to miss that. He hardly missed anything in the first game. Tabeling.
Service over. 2-1.
Nice weighted shot from Widjaja. They're just on the end of a barrage, aren't they? Tabeling. Jump smashes and from mid-court or even closer, he presents a real problem for the Indonesians. It's landed in as well.
4-2.
Might be early in this second game, but already more ominous signs for Kusharjanto and Widjaja.
Service over.
Not up.
3-5. Service over. 6-3.
It's one of the features of the first game. Too many unforced errors from the Indonesians, hardly any from the Dutch-Danish pair. Just can't handle Robin Tabeling at all.
3.
Official height listed as 5'11" Tabeling, but he's got great spring. Says a lot, doesn't it? 27 shots is the longest rally. Said they were short, sharp exchanges, and that's definitely the case.
Service over. 4-7.
Well, that's a much better point from Kusharjanto and Widjaja. Dominated that rally from start to finish. So maybe a little mini comeback on the cards here. Excellent judgment from Tabeling.
8-5.
Every time Kusharjanto and Widjaja just semi-threaten to get back into this game, their opponents close the door on them again. Well, a challenge, first of the match actually. Tabeling wants Hawkeye to check that that did hit the line. And it did.
Successful. round remaining. Service over. 6-9. Play.
Well, that was a real reversal, wasn't it? The momentum in that
7-9.
point looked for all the world as though Tabeling's power was going to win the day again, but not on this occasion. Excellent defence, and then the winner from Kusharjanto. On a plate for Alexandra Bøje.
Service over. 10-7.
Well, there was a little look between Tabeling and Bøje there.
8-10.
A couple of occasions in that rally, they didn't have the communication right. And that showed perfectly. There was the little glance across. Longest rally of the match, that. Still only 32 shots. Off the tape. Wow. Would you believe it?
11-8.
Nice time to hit a net cord from their point of view. A real sickener for the Indonesians, and it's a 3-point lead, as it was in the first game for Tabeling and Bøje.
Seconds. 20 seconds. Play.
He's played that 2 or 3 times, and all with unerring accuracy. Won't be denied. Took him 3 goes that time.
13-8.
But they're back on top again. Was good, and it's turning into a frustrating afternoon this for Kusharjanto and Widjaja. Swung at fresh air.
9-14. Service over. 15-9.
Beautiful touch. Not just about power. Tabeling has some subtlety to his game as well.
Service over. 10-18. Service over. 19-10.
So just a couple of points away now.
Service over. 11-19.
well, I did brilliantly to somehow come out on top in that rally. Maybe too little too late, but we looked huge underdogs at one point in that exchange. In the end, Tabeling and Bøje ended up on one side of the court, the shuttle went the other. Again, a really telling interception from the Dane. And here are 8 championship points. Minutes was all it took. Great performance from Robin Tabeling and Alexandra Bøje. Too good for Kusharjanto and Widjaja on the day. I think a lot of respect between those four, a lot of mutual respect. And no question that Tabeling and Bøje were in a different class from their opponents today. First title as a pair. And they got a lot of support as well from this German crowd. I don't think too many observers actually would have thought it would be quite as straightforward as that. 21-17, 21-12 in only 38 minutes. Obviously, Bøje's won big titles before. I mentioned that Super 750 that she took down with Mathias Christensen. That's the Super 750 Singapore Open a couple of years ago. Tabeling has never won a Super 300 title. He has now. So, just getting set up for the presentation ceremony. Well, we have a moment. Just marking your card. Next week, the tour moves to New Orleans in France. And then the following week, one of the real big tournaments of the year. The All England, the oldest of the lot. Many people's eyes, the most prestigious. That'll be from Birmingham. We'll have 2 court coverage of that event. So here we go with the presentation ceremony for the mixed doubles.
President of the DBV. Runner-up, Rehan Naufal Kusharjanto and Gloria Emanuel Widjaja, Indonesia.
So second place for Kusharjanto and Widjaja. They will get a check for just over $9,000 US, as well as the medals.
It's time for our new champions. From Denmark, Alexandra Bøje, and from the Netherlands, Robin Tabeling.
So the Dutch-Danish partnership reaping their rewards here in Mulheim. 7,000 ranking points and just shy of 19,000 US dollars, the prize money. Part of a total prize pool, incidentally, here of just under $250,000.
Des Deutschen Badmintonverbandes, Ralf Michaelis, den wir an dieser Stelle auch noch mal ganz herzlich begrüßen. Dazu gibt es die Pokale für das siegreiche Team und die Strahlen.
And not forgetting the trophy.
Robin Tabeling, für ihn geht ein kleiner Lebenstraum in Erfüllung, hier bei diesem Turnier mal erfolgreich zu sein. Also mit vielen Geschenke, und ich finde, alle vier lassen sich gerne noch mal hier von uns feiern, denn das sind unsere Champions im Mixed-Wettbewerb.
So they're going to get a few photos. These will go around the world into various newspapers, magazines, and online, of course.
So, jetzt dürfen die Fotografen noch ein schönes Erinnerungsfoto machen, zusammen mit unserem Schiedsrichter, dem Präsidenten und unserer Maskottchen. Und dann geht's rein in die Ehrenrunde.
Got to have your pandas as well as your trophies.
Die Zuspruch von Ihnen allen. Und das sind schöne Momente, die nicht alltäglich sind in der Turnierwelt. Und dementsprechend lasst uns starten. Die Ehrenrunde mit Klatschnopfer für die 4 Topstars des ersten Finals.
So we'll leave the photographers snapping away. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, time for singles. The ladies' final is Sudirman against Nguyen Thuy Linh in a couple of minutes.
Here are your technical officials for...
Welcome back to finals day at the German Open 2025, and we're moving on to the women's singles. Intriguing clash this. Sudirman from Singapore up against Nguyen Thuy Linh of Vietnam. The latter, who lost in the final here last year